friends, welcome to Moms and Money, where we talk about managing money, making money, and saving money for the women in the household. And today, my friends, we are talking about cash envelopes. Yes, cash envelopes. If you are not aware, I actually sell these cash envelopes in my shop. There will be a link for them in the description box. I absolutely love these. I've been using them for the past month and a half. Love them. They're bendable. I use them as my wallet when I go into the store, so I'm not tempted to not use cash, so I'm not tempted to just buy extra things. I absolutely love these cash envelopes, and you can learn more about them in detail with the link in the description box. So let me tell you what my system is for when it's time for a new month and it's time for me to restuff my cash envelopes. Now, this system can be used if you just use one cash envelope for one category, or if you have if you use cash for several categories. I would suggest though that you use a different cash envelope for each category, okay? So when I say category, I mean like your budget. So for me, the category that I use my cash envelope for is groceries. So this cash envelope is only for groceries. All the cash that's in here is just for groceries. Maybe you want to use a cash envelope for gas when you go and get your gas filled in your car. This cash envelope would only be for gas only. Or maybe you want to use a cash envelope for eating out. That's another great category to use that helps you to control your spending. Then this cash envelope would only be for when you guys eat out or pick up food, take out food, or whatever like that. Now, let me give you just a little bit of science behind using cash and why it works so many times. For us, I haven't used just strictly cash in a really long time, probably since we were trying to get out of consumer debt, and that was almost 6 years ago now. But now that we're really trying to focus on our financial goals, I think it's important and it really helps. And it helps because if you go to the store and you only have $50, you only have $50 to spend, you will not go over budget, okay? Because when you use your card, you're more likely to just add different things in here that you may want or that you think you need. And that was my problem for all those years. I'd think, oh wait, I think we need this. Let me just go ahead and get it and just swipe it. Even though it would still fit in our overall monthly budget, I still felt like I was doing some excessive spending because I just wasn't doing great at tracking. So with that said, it makes you stay on budget, for one. For two, if you're going shopping and say there's something extra that you need to get, then you have like $60, right? And you have $50 worth of things, and say there's one more thing that you want to get, and say it's only like $2, and you only have this $10 bill to break to pay for that $2 item, you're more likely to just say no to the $2 item because you don't want to break the bill. Whereas if you're just swiping, you'll just swipe it. But there's something about having the physical money, the paper in your hand, that makes you think twice about it before just charging it on your card or using your debit card or anything like that. Now, I will say this. I did use my card, but I would pay my card off in full, my credit card off in full at the end of each month. But sometimes I do feel like I could have saved a lot more had I just been using cash, okay? So with that said, let me tell you what I do, especially for our grocery budget, which is what I use this cash for. I am gonna start probably next month using cash envelopes for eating out as well, because sometimes, girl, when you start swiping, you lose track of it. So there's 2 sheets in my budgeting printables that have to do with cash envelopes. My budgeting printables will be linked down below. We have the tracker, which tracks all of your cash envelopes on one sheet, and then the individual spending tracker, where you can track what you're spending your cash on, so that you just know. Because just because you put the cash in there, doesn't mean you don't want to track what you're spending it on, because maybe you're realizing that you're spending too much cash on certain things and you can cut it loose. It's just a great way to have data. You want to have data on your own spending so that you'll know how to adjust it in the future. All right, so for this example of how I would track my cash, I'm going to say, for instance, this family uses 3 cash envelopes. They use one for groceries, one for eating out, and one for family spending. So then after you decide what your budget is for each category, you want to put your total here. So for groceries, for us, it would be $400. I'm just going to use $400. Let's say for eating out is $100, and for family fun, $100 a month. I'm just making numbers up at this point. So that would leave a total monthly cash budget of $600. So that is monthly what you're going to take out of your bank account. Now, again, maybe at the top of the month, you can't afford to take out all $600. Don't worry about it, it's okay. We're gonna track all that in here. And plus you would track that in your budget by paycheck or your semi-monthly budget. I have a sheet like that that says semi-monthly, and whenever you take the cash out, you would account for it on this sheet. This is all a part of the budgeting printables template. But for here, we're just tracking it here. So we're gonna say on 2/15 for groceries, we're doing $400. That's what we're going to spend. Okay, that's the balance at the beginning of the month. And then for eating out, we have 100, and then family fun, we have 100. Okay, so that's all you have to do at the beginning of the month. And then we're gonna put this sheet in our family budgeting binder, however you keep your printables. This cash envelopes spending tracker is where you would track everything. So just like I tracked for my grocery spending last month when I tracked my groceries, $400, this is where I kept tracking every time I went to the store, the amount I spent, and then the ending balance. And I ended up spending, I think, let's see, 131. I went to Costco and I spent the 133. So that would zero out my, well, 39 cents left on my ending balance, but this is exactly what you would do. So for instance, for eating out, you know, your monthly budget for eating out is $100. We're gonna pretend this one is the grocery one, right? So you put your, whatever your monthly balance here is. So for eating out, it's $100. And let's say on 2/14, you went to the store, or I guess it would be a restaurant. You went to, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory, and you spent, I'm pretty sure if you went to Cheesecake Factory, you'd spend your whole budget, but let's just say you spent $30. So that would mean the ending balance in your cash envelope would be 70. So you would put your receipt for eating out at the Cheesecake Factory in your cash envelope and track it that way. And then let's say on 2/28, you went to, I don't know, you got ordered pizza and it was 10 bucks, right? So you would deduct $10 from here and it would be $60. Oops, 60. Hold on, handy dandy whiteout, $60, right? So down here in your notes section, maybe you had a large amount that you spent, maybe you took some friends out to eat or whatever. You can have notes here so that you'll know when you go back and looking at your spending, you wanna know what you spent it on, you have all the details here. So that is how you track your spending. Again, with the groceries, this is what I do. I put it down in here, I put all my receipts in here, I keep my cash in here. And then when I go to the store, usually what I do is I will take out $100 increments and put it in here and spend like $100 for the week. So I just put it in here, close it, and now I'm ready to go to the store. So when I go to the store, whatever I spend, I will put here on the amount spent and then deduct it from the monthly budget and start deducting it from your ending balance each time you go. So that is how I track my spending, and that's how I track my cash envelopes. Now again, you don't have to take out the full amount at the top of the month. Maybe you need to take it out every single time you get paid. If you get paid every week, you would do the budget by paycheck and you would print 4 of these. And so every single time you got paid, you would deduct, so it would be groceries here, and you would take out $100, and you know that's what you actually spent, and that would be a total amount for your expenses. You would take the cash out for the $100 and just put it in your cash envelope. And when it came to find out what you spent the $100 on, that's where this grocery budget tracker is. Okay, and so essentially this cash envelope spending tracker is the same as the grocery budget tracker, it's just labeled differently. So then when you do your monthly budget, you can easily put down on here cash envelopes if you want, and then the amount, or what I would personally do is list out each cash envelope that you have. So groceries, family fun, eating out, and then what the budget is, what your actual is, which is just gonna be what you spent, and then the difference. I feel like these cash envelopes are going to help you track your spending. It's going to help you curb your spending a lot. I mean, it's helped me tremendously for the month of January with us just trying to get our grocery budget in check and not spend as much. And I honestly didn't spend as much as I thought. I thought I was gonna have such a hard time, but I really didn't. I literally would put my license in here and take this with me. And so I'm not tempted to buy anything when I'm browsing or anything that I quote unquote think we need. If it's not on my list, my inventory list of things that I need, then I'm not gonna get it, you know, and it's just that simple. You know, you've just gotta find a system that works for you. You do not have to buy these from me. You do not have to buy my cash envelopes. You do not have to buy my printables in order to do this. You just have to come up with a system for yourself. Take the time to see what works for you and your family and do that. Again, these cash envelopes, which I think are so cute, I love them. So many people have ordered some already, are available in my store. The link for those in the description box and a detailed video showing all the different kinds that we offer. I just think that they're so durable and they're much better than the paper ones because you're not having to print them out and make them yourself. They're durable, as you can see, and they're water resistant, you know, so anyway, leave a comment down below and let me know, girl. Do you use cash envelopes? And if you haven't tried it, I suggest you at least give it a try with one category. Don't overwhelm yourself or your family. Use one category to use your cash envelopes and go from there. Now, if you and your husband or you and your spouse both do the shopping, then they need their own cash envelope, and then you guys have to decide together, well, how much each person is gonna get. So for my husband, I typically do most of the grocery shopping, but if he does run to the store or something for me in the middle of the week, I will just go to my cash envelope, grab a 20 and give it to him, you know, or whatever that we have. I try to break up my bills. I just don't go to the ATM and say, you know, give me $400, it's gonna give me all 20s. I go into the bank and say, I want how many 20s, how many 10s, how many 5s, how many 1s, just so that I have enough. If we just need to make a quick run, to not tempt myself with a large bill, if you know what I mean. So if my husband's running to the store for a few things, I may give him 15 bucks and then he'll go to the store and get what he needs. Now, if you and your spouse like to do equal amounts of shopping, then I suggest they get their own cash envelope and then you guys decide together how you want to split up this $400. Now maybe it's $600 for you, or maybe it's $200 for you. However you want to split it up, that's how what you'll do, and you just do whatever works for your family. So again, leave a comment down below and let me know, have you used cash envelopes? Do you like cash envelopes, this system? And let me know what works for you and your family. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you can tap my picture on the screen, and you can also check out my previous video right next to it, and all of my social media platforms all listed down below. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.